I was always felt attachment to the police, and and felt that they did a good job, and that if I needed to help anybody, I would help them. And so it seemed to go on. And so wherever there's any problems, I used to become involved in them, one way or another. The rugby union was being played, and I was able to play in one of the clubs there without any problems. And I've sort of played well enough to sort of hold a position there for quite a while. And I wasn't classified as being a top player, and a lot of people in charge perhaps seemed I was didn't have much time for me to play, and they always got somebody else to take my place, and particularly as a rugby player, and because they would have a jersey for him, but they wouldn't have one for me. These things happen. Yes, all the abilities of the people that ahead of me, they've got in, they were challenging for promoting themselves for the position there, and so I sort of thought to myself, oh, I can do this for going, and so I'm going to give it a go, and we work on from there. It was not easy, and I had to do it by force. Well, I was in charge. I was running, and I knew that these other guys didn't have the guts to do what I was going to be doing. And so I was able to override them and be sufficiently strong enough to have them back down, and so go with what I was thinking, being there, and that helped a lot. But it wasn't a full-time job, sort of thing there, because the organisations there that were very, very strong in relation to the players that were coming up, but I did enough then to get good support in my own grades, so that we had enough people in there that we could go in that normal level and get recognised, and that's why we got chances to get in and play. I think probably I think it probably just stayed in the one area. I wasn't a person who was very spreading around a lot, but I was also had an eye on the players and on the team that I was playing with, and knowing how best we can get the ability to get the benefit of the other teams, and that's how I got away with it. I put my hand up with that, but also I got this. There were many times when we were playing against another club, and I was taken out of the team, and I wasn't too pleased with that. And even took my jersey off me to give it to one of the rugby union players. The police, I don't think, were any problem, but the trouble was that there were players who wanted me out so that they could bring in people of their own ilk, and I was not at all happy about that. But I couldn't do much about it. So to roll with it, and then when the time came to take advantage of it, I did. The following season, and I knew how to handle myself. These were all that's part of the force. And it was no, you either stayed on or you were taken off. Protected him. I used to take a line up, I protected him from being tackled for that. He was going to be. There's why it was taking a goal, and I knew that the opposition was lining him up to challenge him, which would break us. And I went in and I knocked him out, and I got away with it on that basis. But I could have, well, not I could have, but had I been able to play alone, when I'd been up in the same team as what he was. In my situation, it was a very emotional side because I was playing for so much, and I had been responsible for a lot of the scoring and for what was being done. And when we won the game, when I was overcome with emotion. And they had to come and find me, the people, to get me, because I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't face out the others at that stage. And so I went in, I was taken in, but I was recognised as having been, because when so few of the team left there, And so when they were having this, oh, at the end, then they wanted to get everybody there. Of course, that's brought me up again on that. I had a lot of respect for those guys. Tremendous amount of respect. And I played my best ability with them, not against them. I played with them, and then to utilise their skills and my ability to associate with them to provide support for them. So they got a lot of support from me too on that, and so that was helped me a lot. It was a weekly now.
Something like £1 or £2 or something.
No, it wouldn't be too far wrong in that, but it was a continual. That what we got, and no, maybe £15, £8, something like that. They'd have the team playing and playing, demonstrating how they're going to play in different styles and different things. And we just had to sort of go along with the way it was. All the players, and that having been selected to play in that team, I was one of them. Ball game. Different ball game. He just played. That's it. In those days, he just played. Well, I suppose again that would sort of stand out more for me is the fact that we had so many of our major team players get knocked out and had to be taken off, and they couldn't be replaced. And so I was one of the ones who replaced them. And so that added a lot more work to us. And we sort of challenged what we had to do, and we took it on our shoulders to get up there and take charge of us what we had. And that's what we did. We just did what we felt we had to do, just to get on top of it. And so we got up on top. Every chance, had the opportunity to score a try, and I just had my opportunities. So, and I was fast enough to be in the right place at the right time. I think there's a lot of things learned by others after the tour, because the major control of the team members was in the hands of just a few of the rugby guys, and they didn't really have a good handle of the game. And in fact, the members inclined to be more sympathetic to one side or another, and it wasn't good, and there were players who were not getting the right deal, and the issuing of attendances. I'm sure that it had a part to play, but I didn't really let that interfere with me in the game. But and certainly didn't interfere with me in later games. I knew what had to be done, and I just did what I thought was right. Well, I don't know. When I came onto the Wellington board, I was just a rugby league player, and that's it. And I didn't have anything to do with it. But other members, the people involved was the rest of the team. That's all.
The same vision.
It had to be done, and it was done. That's what it was to it. And the same as players, they were good in the field, they know what to do, basically, and everybody's got to sort of do it. Yes, that's true. But also, I was approached by 3 different members to have it named after me, and I didn't want them to do that.
What were your reasons for that?
I'm just keen English. I'm doing a job, and that's it. And I don't want to be anything else.
So you had the attitude of you owe the game rather than the game owes you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, you're right. Sure, I was in part but I was there particularly to ensure that the rugby league was being represented correctly. Well, it is a faster game, no question about that, but I feel that it could be speeded up quite a bit, rather than just sort of types of this going on, like having information there and there, and we're having the teams or sit down and develop their own playing skills. That's when they develops. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think that I don't know we're going back that far. No, but if the fact is, if this time goes on, and you're doing something all the time, developing, you're developing therefore to purpose to have things that go, and therefore in developing, you're bringing in new players, a new type, new whatever. So you're building up a new pathway. So you're building these things up to take over here, so that you can stand back, and the others, the new ones come in. So that's what we're trying to get it done that way, so that when the time comes for a person to have to stand by and stand down, well, the room is there for him. Well, yes, you're right. Well, I got that through administration as well, because of the fact that I didn't retire, so to speak, but I was developing the area for our future, and in that way I'd be able to sort of build it up there in the field, and then when I felt it was time to sort of back down, well, it was there for everybody to do what was supposed to be done.